Hello, people. I think I smacked my headphones. Welcome to part one of Resident Evil 3 Remake, also as I like to call it, Resident Evil 3 Make.
Yes, and by the way, that's what exactly what I'm gonna call it, like title it, Resident Evil 3 Make.
Ha!
Yes.
Hello there, friend.
Yes, I wanted to make sure like I get that, like caught that moment of like revealing.
I do like this loading screen because I have seen it because I know this was the same one for the demo.
Yeah.
But I still like it. I was like, all right, that's menacing.
Yeah, it really is. And yeah, I gave us time a bit like just to talk like, well, also me introducing like kind of Resident Evil a bit, but by also showing the records by showing like I've put my good hours into this game because like it like to me I still like it. I like so yeah, Resident Evil 3 Make. As I've said my opinion before with it and past episodes, but yeah,
we'll probably continue like giving more information, like detail about that throughout this whole Let's Play. But
yeah, and I wish like there's a lot of like stuff like I could tell you about just production wise, like and development wise with like this game, not just 3 Make but also original 3, because like there's a lot of stuff that happened in there as well, and I don't know if I'm gonna come around, if we're gonna come around to like playing original Resident Evil 3, so that's why we have 3 Make to play and show. But yeah, but yeah, just to get it out of the way,
this is clearly like real people. Like this is, I remember people joking like, "Wow, the CGI here is amazing."
Yeah, no,
everybody can clearly tell this is real. Yeah. Like people, real actors.
Yeah, and the thing is too, if like it had like. We have this scene as such a like ironic time.
Yeah,
like
right?
It was the beginning.
Like, everybody made the same joke. Like this is very like this is very insensitive nowadays.
Yeah, like because especially when it originally came out, that was like the start of it. So it was like, oh, so we're seeing our future.
Yeah, everybody's like, this is hitting a little close to home right here.
Yeah. But
obviously, they didn't plan for this shit. Like,
yeah, obviously,
it's just very bad timing.
Yeah.
Also, you hear like me like extra sound like a bed. Like, that's because I'm just basically throwing auto signs while we're talking. So you're hearing the bed move because of that.
Okay. Why not?
I'm not sure if that's gonna pick up on you. It probably is because it's me. But you're wondering what that sound is. That's what.
Yeah. But yeah. So now we see Nemesis there.
Yeah, spoilers if you don't know anything about Resident Evil.
Yeah, even though originally it was called Resident Evil 3 Nemesis. It had Nemesis in the title, like, if you weren't expecting that, like, I don't know what...
Well, yeah, that doesn't mean you knew what Nemesis was.
I mean, yes. I mean, they had his face in the cover.
I haven't seen the box art.
Alright, but anyways, you look at that.
I like how they make the little, like, hole for his fucking chest tumor.
Yeah. And so we have this beginning of the game, which, by the way, the beginning of the game for 3 originally was just an explosion that Jill just like came off from, and you're just into the action of like, okay, you're in Raccoon City, you need to run away, try to find some cover, and yeah, like it's pretty intense.
I like that concept a lot more, to be honest, from what you just said, because I think I know where it's coming from, like from this, because I've seen like a good bit of the beginning of the game.
Yeah.
So if I'm right, then yeah, that sounds like way better way to start this.
But
I do like this because I do know this is a reference to RE7.
Yeah.
Like this entire section, and I love it.
This, and also because I remember watching Markiplier's editor, Lixian. He did a video about this, like a little bit of an analysis, and he mentioned about that. He catched what the developers were trying to do with this scenario, which was pretty much Jill going through PTSD, which kind of makes sense because you would think like, okay, because this is if you don't know, Derek, she was in original Resident Evil. She was in the first part.
I was gonna ask, she's the girl from 1.
Yes,
because
she is the girl from 1.
I always forget. I just only really remember Chris from 1.
Yeah,
and that's really it.
But she is playable in 1, and so she's been through the Spencer mansion, so see this here, like she's turned into a zombie. If like when he said that, I was like, huh, yeah, this actually makes sense if you think about it that way. Like they might have wanted to do something like this where like Jill like is still going through PTSD from being in the Spencer Mansion, seeing all those zombies, seeing her friends die and all that, and yeah, so like I like that this was this was an idea, and they like it shows it too that this they wanted to do this, but as you will see at the rest of the game, they obviously just never went through with it. Because like there's only this and the second a second time that she has another like nightmare like this again. So you know, it's kind of upsetting because they could have gone with that route and that would have probably helped it a lot, but you know, they went with this.
Yeah.
3 more days.
Just real quick, do you want to talk about like your history with Resident Evil? Just like kind of give people a background about like your like your relationship with this series, and as well as what's it called, like kind of a reason for why we're starting with 3 instead of doing what we did with KH and Resident Evil with Devil May Cry.
Yeah. So basically, my history with Resident Evil is that I know this was another game that my cousin got me into. At the time, it was Resident Evil 5 that was the latest one, which while like Resident Evil 5 has kind of mixed reviews, because of the sense like this was the beginning. This was pretty much a game where they were showing the Capcom was showing signs of like, oh, Resident Evil is no longer gonna be towards like more acted to horror. It's gonna be more interested in action. So like the game still had some like somewhat horror elements, but it's definitely showed that it was more action, and people still liked it mainly because of the co-op mechanic that changed the Resident Evil games a bit. But yeah, so 5 came. So yeah, I was playing 5. That's when it came out with my cousin, and then when I got my own PlayStation, Resident Evil 6 came out, and I pre-ordered it, and it was a version of I picked the pre-order one that came with Resident Evil 6 and downloadable versions of rest of the games, so 1 through 5. So as a kid, I remember playing.
Jesus Christ, how much did that cost? That sounds like something that would cost like a fucking $100, like $200 at least.
It was probably like over 100. I know it was definitely over 100, but yeah, no.
That shit was.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it was under like 200. I know that for sure. So like, yeah, imagine that having all the games for like that includes with part 6, like, yeah.
All right, minor thing. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, don't worry about it.
Tiny little distraction.
Yep. By the way, you see her STAARRRSSS uniform that I get. That you can get like the first thing you can get in the when you complete the game.
Yeah, this is the original like RE3 outfit, I'm guessing.
No. This is the original RE Resident Evil outfit. Yeah. Okay. This is what she's supposed to wear in the first game.
Okay.
All animated again, or like rendered through the RE engine.
But, my dog literally ran all the way to the kitchen and just walked back over here. Oliver, what you doing, doggo? I'm like, yo, he jumped all the way to the kitchen like he was on a mission.
All right, I'm coming. Hello?
Guess what, Derek? I think you know what comes up with this after this.
I'm pretty sure I know what's about to happen.
What are you talking about?
Yes.
I don't have time to explain. You gotta get out of there right now.
All right.
All I can think is the fucking Kool-Aid Man.
Yeah, that's all I could think of too.
I'm just like, that's why I was laughing. I'm guessing that's why you were laughing because
yeah, it's just like
all I was thinking was, oh yeah.
Yeah, that was all I
walks
was
in, oh yes, the fuck out of them.
Yeah, but let's see. I was talking about my history with Resident Evil, and yeah, I talked about how that pre-order I got a good steal off of that fucking guy.
What was the door gonna do? Is my question.
I mean, you saw it only bent. It didn't like break open, so it's like
he still busted through. All right, he bent the door. Oh, that means he has to punch the door twice to get it down. All right. What's that? All 1 second?
Yeah, I don't know.
That 1 second you could have been using to run away?
Yeah. But
nigga's footsteps are shaking the earth. The fuck you think a door was gonna do?
Yeah.
Anyway.
So I mean, I want to explain this really quick because I wanted to. So usually, if you stay on that and that stairs area, you will actually see 2 guys just like fall off. Like if you wait long enough, you'll see them fall off like to the ground and die. which is kind of weird. Like they added that, but like
I like things when they do that shit.
Yeah. Yeah, it adds like more details to like the world, but yeah. So continue on. Yeah, so fucking I got all the games that I was able to get, like all the numbered ones. So original 1, 2, 3, and 4, and then 5. And yeah, I remember playing through all of them. Like I was scared shitless, but you know, I still played through them.
I'm assuming that's like on the PlayStation 3, which you don't have anymore.
Yeah, the PlayStation 3, which I am very upset. Like when I found out, when
Nigga,
I remember,
get
like,
your hands off my face, damn.
I know. Another thing that I like, the little detail that I saw, like you saw that like the icon for the ladder was popped up like black in order for me to get ready to hit it, and then that cutscene happened, and I was like that detail, like, oh, yeah. you maybe you could have gone through it, but nope, fucking Nemesis. Yeah. Yeah.
So basically, like this right here is when like the game technically started in the original game.
Yeah, this one right here, pretty much, is when everything technically started. But
it still throws you into the action, I'll say though. Like just Nemesis just ho motherfucker his ass into your house.
Yeah,
but that's
like,
still pretty effective with just throwing you into everything.
Yeah, like that's like, again, I said it before, I think in Devil May Cry, but yeah, nothing beats the first experience of a Resident Evil game, like your first playthrough of it, because when you don't know where everything is, you are scared shitless, and it's just like you feel that horror, and then after the next playthroughs, like you're just trying to get S rank, and you're trying to figure out where everything is, and that's where I feel like the game just kind of loses it. And you know, like especially with this one, because with 3, since there is not that much like randomization throughout this game, like the one thing I think everybody also loved about original, just the classics REs, is because of the fact that there's stuff that you could have missed through playthroughs. There was stuff like you get different endings, of course, and like, you know, it was really fun. And yeah, I'm also want to mention too, I believe I know now all like where the extra talking, like extra dialogue you can get with Jill in this. So I will try to, you know, show that off. I will try to make Resident Evil like as slow as possible, like in that, by the sense of like just looking through the pages and all that, so and leaving the time for people to read, so then you know, they can get into the lore, because yeah, some of the like journals and stuff that you pick up really builds the whole world, like makes it feel so lively. And oh yeah, let me also explain this really quick that comes up. This is Brad Vickers. He's from the first game. You see here he gets bitten, and Resident Evil 2 original. I think,
yeah, I was about to say, isn't he that guy that's like in that one hallway? He's
actually
in the hallway.
No, not in the first game, second game. And Resident Evil 2, he's in the game. Yeah, he's in outside, and yeah, and you'll see it in 3 as well, like when you play as Carlos. But yeah, and yeah, he mentioned, we kind of skipped through the dialogue, but yeah, he mentions like, cause he's like, oh, don't mess up like I did, and he's referring to the mansion incident, which, you know, after this whole game,
I don't have much knowledge of the first game, so I'm like,
yeah,
what does he mean by it? I'm assuming he meant like getting bit when I first saw that.
Yeah, no, like he meant like, so you'll know through the first like when we play through the first one, which will be after this game, after we finish 3, I'll be heading to RE1 and, you know, playing that. So you'll see everything will be explained in 1, but yeah.
So we're basically going through the remakes in order of from worst to best.
Pretty much.
Basically going from 3 remake to 1 remake, and then 2 remake.
And then 2 remake, yeah. But oh yeah.
I'm cool with that.
Yeah. I like the one thing I kind of like, another reason why I don't really like this game as an RE game is the fact that it's very fast paced. Like if you really just go to the like if you just follow the mission and just go through it, like without trying to go like do any backtracking, it's a really quick game. So you know, like I try to make I really liked how it was a little bit slower pace because you know the eeriness and the eeriness that and the atmosphere that built up in the old games I liked a lot. But yeah, but this is you heard him, Rosario. I just forgetting the first name. He was in obviously in the original 3, and yeah, this was a scene that happened. And yeah, so you get to talk to him 3 times, or like yeah, you get to talk to him 3 times in this dialogue, and then in order to get any more dialogue, you have to shoot twice. The first time he will say something, then the second time he will say another thing, and that's it. Which is I find it kind of cool that they made a dialogue option like in order to get it you have to waste ammo, which is something you don't want to do in survival horrors, but you know, yeah. Oh, I guess 3 times I need to do it, but yeah, you know, cool little extra dialogue.
I see people doing shit like that a lot in 7 remake. They're just like running and just like talking to the NPCs and having, because yeah, they do the same shit. Like they give like a stupid amount of dialogue for like the randomest things.
Yeah.
Like you wouldn't expect like the characters to have like so much to say in certain areas, but they do.
Yeah. But okay, because I mentioned the whole fast pace aspect mainly because there's like so much stuff happening like that. I'm like, okay, hold on, I want to explain this, but then there's also this I want to talk about. Like, you know, this game doesn't really do that great a job, and that is bullshit right there. I should have fucking dodged.
Like this studies do show, Daniel, it really do be like that. I love how she just shimmies away in there.
Yeah, like she does, but like the fact like because I think this was the first time I actually got caught after like the first playthrough. Because like every other time I would just be like, okay, step back, or
the first sign of the recording curse, Daniel.
I know.
The first sign. I think we've had like minor similar instances, but never anything.
Yeah.
But like, I feel like this is really like one of the first moments. It's like, oh god, here it comes.
Yeah.
I hope you're ready for it. You're gonna hate playing video games when you're done.
Oh yeah. But
pussy, fucking pussy. My rap was injured.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I just had to quote that shit. That shit's too
funny. But yeah, so Nemesis again.
I'm glad he's fucking dead.
Yeah.
Because that would have just been, alright, a rock in the hard place. Here we go.
Yeah, I know, right? But yeah, like, honestly, I will say they do a good job with Jill in the sense of like, you know, making sure she's like the hero and she's the badass like as she originally was. So you know.
Yeah, she is literally like the partner of Chris Redfield. That means something for a reason.
Yeah, exactly. So it's like, you know, I'm glad they didn't ruin the characters or anything. Like, but yeah.
Yeah, I've heard a lot of complaints about RE3, but I've never heard like anything really complaints-wise about the characters.
Yeah, because like I think the only real quote-unquote character that they mess up is Nemesis, and not in the sense of like, oh, his personality or what he can do or can't do. I know what that means, because I remember like saying, and you kind of confirmed this when I asked, like they kind of turned him more into just a boss than an enemy that like constantly harasses you for the most part. Yeah, because like, and like everyone, I guess, I'm pretty sure anyone who, you know, is in the RE community has heard this enough, like plenty of times with different YouTubers. You know, Mr. X is a better Nemesis than Nemesis, and it's because in original RE3, there would be genuinely like random times when Nemesis would just pop up and you hear this, like, or sometimes his music will just play at random times and you would think, oh, he's coming, but he's actually not. Like, they did a great job with that, and here they didn't do that. Like, Mr. X had them have more of that than the Nemesis in this.
Yeah. I was just saying, like, just to like show like how crazy this motherfucker is. He just catches the rocket launcher and just tosses it. Like, I do like the beginning for Nemesis is very effective. I'll say that much.
Yeah, cut off, but I figured you just said he catch the missile.
Yeah, he caught the. I said rocket launcher, but the.
Oh, rocket. Yeah.
But the missile, he caught it and then just tossed that shit. I'm like, that's pretty effective.
Yeah, but the thing is, why did he catch the first one and not catch the second one?
Because the second one was shot quicker.
Okay.
He was ready for the first one. He wasn't ready for the second one.
Okay.
He was ready for the one he didn't see.
Yeah. By the way, I also I try my best to to remember this, to point out at all the dolls that I found, because not a lot of people don't know this. You could actually walk up back up here.
I wouldn't have done it, so I can see why a lot of people wouldn't do it, because I wouldn't.
Yeah, and I pointed.
Nemesis is up there. Fuck, I would do.
Yeah, no. I pointed up there just to show that that's where a doll it is, because just to help people out, okay, if they're trying to find some of the dolls, one of those dolls are up there. Oh yeah, this I stopped doing this in the second and third episode, but or somewhat, but I still have some of that mentality of the speedrunner tactics that I watch sometimes. So you'll see me aim down while walking down the stairs, because that is for some reason that makes Jill's animation move quicker, or move her body quicker for some reason. But yeah. And then I do this.
Yeah, I you're just fucking the game right there.
Pretty much. And also, I also want to mention this. Just look how fast fucking Carlos runs. Just watch this. Did you see it? He just pretty much ran past Jill even before.
I thought you were gonna say how he just instant transmissions into the.
No. I think if you were behind him, you see him just book it for no reason at all. It's a weird little thing, but
I feel like most of this, soldier in a rush.
Yeah, I guess, but even then, you're not even allowed to run as fast like that with Jill. That's just super running.
Bro, that man in a rush. Well, that's because Jill just got fucked. Of course she can't run like that.
Yeah, true.
She's got her face slammed, dunked, and a bunch of other shit by Nemesis. And she can run like a perfect human being, at that point, that's not Jill. That's Resident Evil 4 Leon.
Yeah. Yeah, so just for new players, not Nikolai, what's his name? Fuck it.
General.
I can't remember.
I just assume he's a general of some sort, commando, one of those two. I've never heard this dude's name.
Yeah, but he just gives some information about Jill, how she's a STAARS member and all that, and they're supposed to be really elite. And yeah, just little stuff for new players. But yeah, so I was talking about before just my history of Resident Evil, but that explains it. To kind of, I guess, move into Resident Evil 3, original 3. Because I literally just lost train of thoughts for a second. I wanted to.
I do like that little the way Jill kind of turns his face and just smiles. As far as just the little bit of animation goes, I love the character animations in the cutscenes.
Yeah, I will say, that's something I want to bring up. With everything great about the RE engine, the one thing for some reason just bothers me is the hair. For some reason, the hair kind of bothers me a bit. It's a little off.
Just find in every game, hair. Unfortunately, in these videos. By the way, see that? I don't know if you know that poster right there is a Mega Man reference.
Oh yeah, no, I know all the posters have a reference to stuff some of them have posters to some of the Capcom's older games and all that.
Yeah, you can find art. I can't remember what fucking game art is from. Mega Man. I've seen most of Capcom's old video games.
Yeah. Yeah. So this newspaper just reports
and
about.
There's also a few just posters there that either have no meaning or they're hints to something that Capcom will be doing later.
Yeah, that airplane in the first that had Top Gun kind of looking poster from and the first one that Jill just passed. It was I think I forgot what was it called, but it's a game pretty much that Capcom made. That was pretty much a pilot simulator. But yeah. And for people who I just want to mention this for people that are watching this, I'm not gonna you'll see I have some of the infinite weapons. I'm not gonna be using them. I'm gonna be pretty much playing this as if it was just a normal run. So no coins, no infinite weapons. I do use the what was it? The pouches. There you go. Just for extra inventory, just to have it. But that's pretty much it. Like,
yeah, that's I feel like isn't like a big deal.
Yeah, but I do use the crafting. I do have that the crafting companion because just for the fact that in original RE3, Jill already has that. So I'm like, okay, just to make it kind of more like RE3 ish, like original one. So, which it doesn't really do much other than just gives me extra ammo. Like it just makes extra ammo as I make them, but. In hardcore mode, which if people didn't see, I'm playing this on hardcore mode. It doesn't really affect it that much. Like, it only gives me 10 extra ammo than I usually get. So it's like, okay, it's like not that much like of a leg up. But yeah. But I think this is also like if I don't get a crit hit, then I think this is also the first time Yeah, so this is also no cookies. I'm just remembering. This is also the first time because first I tried to do I think 3 playthroughs of this, like trying to record it, but I end up just getting mad at the game for bullshit reason. But out of the 3 times I played this is the only time I didn't get like a crit headshot. So that means his head exploded.
Oh, okay.
Like the first shot, I remember I was like, okay, the first shot, oh bam, oh okay, got crit. Cool.
That's the crit.
Yeah, that was the crit. Yeah.
Because I saw like the blood splatter, so I'm assuming the head exploded because I couldn't see the head when you walked away.
Yeah, so like that was the first time I didn't get a crit hit on that guy when I try to play through it. So I'm like, oh okay, so bad luck the bad luck of recording really is affecting me. But yeah.
So far I'm doing alright, but you know.
Yeah.
Oh. Only time so why don't you just stab him with that's what I saw people do, to just stab him with a knife. Like, I feel like I know that's the meta, like when the zombies are down in all the Resident Evil games.
Yeah, it is the meta, but like I only did that because like sometimes I don't do enough damage, and so like they get up or they start to get up again, like, and I don't have time to like actually kill them. So it's like usually I just go for a bullet. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, to me it just means like another way to play that like. You don't see people do, so I'm fine with that.
Yeah, and by the way, that skip was a mistake. Like, I skipped that cutscene by mistake because I was like, and you see, like, I paused there for a bit because I was like, oh fuck, why did I did that for? Because I'm so used to just skipping the cutscenes now with like trying to get through doing the runs.
Oh, it was like the cutscene battle.
Like it was going into like Jill was just calling Carlos saying like, hey, I can't get through this area is blocked, and then he points out that there's an alleyway and you have to and you see, okay, so Joe just needs to find a way to extinguish the fire in that alleyway. But yeah, let's see, something to talk about. I have
a couple things.
Oh, I also want to mention, so I will say, I just also want to mention the voice actors. So just to point out, so obviously they didn't get any of the, well, not obviously, but yeah, they didn't get any of the original like voice actors to come back.
Yeah, it's been years.
It's been a couple of years.
Didn't it still come out in the 90s?
Yeah, it was. Yeah, so original one was
20 years. Yeah, I doubt you're gonna find anyone in the original cast.
Yeah, so we do have for Jill Valentine, we have Nicole Tompkins, who she is actually more of a she's, at least from what I've seen like on her IMDb page, she is mainly like an actress, like an actual actress instead of just a voice actor. But she did do an interesting one. She was in Middle Earth: Shadow of War. She was Idril and Helm's daughter. So Idril, I believe she was one of like the kind of side characters in the game. Mm-hmm. So, you know, there's that. So she was in Shadow of War, and yeah, so, and then of course Jill Valentine. So yeah. she's relatively new to the voice acting game, but I mean, I think she did a great job as Jill. Like, I hear no complaints about it. Yeah. I do like her voice acting, so you know.
It's the thing that helps. Like, I know a lot of actors like getting into voice acting every now and then because it's different. And it's also that since they already are actors to begin with, like it's not that hard to do.
Yeah. And
that's why like freaking Mark Hamill, like he's known for doing voice acting a lot on the side. Right. I think he appears in like voice acting more than he does like in film sometimes.
Yeah, I think so. Or at least I think it's more of like his more popular like parts, like his more known characters are from voice acting, and not from like because that's the only thing I think.
Most people like they said what they know Mark Hamill is one of two things. It's either Luke or the Joker from the animated series. It's one of those two. Unless you're me, it's like, oh, I know him as that one character from Kingdom Hearts.
Yeah.
That's only if you're me though. So I'm guessing you knew that fucker was just gonna come back.
Yeah, I knew. Because again, like you see my hours I put into the game. Like I put a good amount. I
didn't see the hours. I wasn't paying attention.
I think
I'm assuming it said something around 300.
Well, not 300. Like it's. I think it goes like. I think probably at 200. I don't know.
Honestly, okay, so I wasn't. I thought I was fucking wrong. No, I wasn't that wrong.
Yeah, no, like I think the last thing I remember was seeing like a bunch of 2s. So I was like, huh, that's interesting.
Okay then.
Yeah.
Good to know.
Yeah, and I just want to point out, so because since we met Carlos already, Carlos is voiced by Jeff Sheen, who it says in the website that I'm gonna be on, he's gonna be voicing Captain America in Square's
Avengers game. Alright, that's cool.
Yep. So that's cool. And the only thing he's been in is Just Cause 4. It says People of Solace. So I don't know that. Oh wait, no, he's been in a lot more. Okay, so he's an experienced voice actor. One I've seen that I know of is The Walking Dead: A New Frontier. He plays as Javier Garcia, which is the main character of that game. So that's cool. And he is in Mafia 3 as Danny Burke. So there's that.
Shush, you stupid motherfucker.
Yeah.
Right. Fucking. You know, it'd be funny because I was just thinking, like, oh, what if they put a Resident Evil character in Smash? You know, they do the bullshit. They get the Resident Evil character a fucking crit shot, but they don't give it to any of the other RPG characters. Just fuck them.
Yes. Oh, that would actually be funny.
Bullshit, that's what that'd be.
Yeah. But yeah, you know, I'm just going through pretty much, like, I'm pretty sure a lot of people have known this because this was in the demo. This is like pretty much all part of the demo. So.
One thing I was gonna mention, I was waiting for like report something like that on your side, so I can mention this. I just realized something. Remember we were playing a DMC one, and like at the end, like you see, Angelo, and he has the red eyes and shit. I just remember who do you know from Resident Evil that has red eyes?
Wesker.
Exactly. Virgil was fucking Wesker, and you can't tell me otherwise.
Yeah.
Especially in the beginning, after I put that together, I'm like. That literally convinced me that they were supposed to be the same character at one point in development. Like Wesker, for some reason, was gonna be in the Resident Evil, whatever the fuck this was gonna be called, until it became Devil May Cry, and he was gonna be one of the final enemies, if not the final enemy.
Yeah, more evidence to show, like.
Right. You can maybe make some arguments, so like maybe Dante isn't supposed to be Leon. You know that you could. I'm pretty sure there's arguments that exist about that. But I don't think you can argue that Wesker and Virgil were going to be the same character. They weren't going to be the same character because.
Yeah.
That's up to me.
Yeah, and the funny thing is too, it is in Code Veronica, the game. I'm pretty sure the game before. Before Resident Evil 4. Code Veronica is where we see Wesker has his newfound powers. So yeah, like.
And when does that come? When did that come out? Did that come out before or after DMC?
I'm pretty sure before. I'm pretty sure it was in the 90s. Let me look that up just really quick. But
I think Code Veronica came out in 2000. I think I'm not sure. I want to say 2000.
That's.
But while you looked at it, I was mentioning like around, I think a couple days ago, the Ultra Instinct Goku DLC finally came out for Fighters.
Oh shit, really?
Yes, and he's fucking fun as hell. The funny thing I like is that there are people playing the raid against him. Because you know how fighters has raids against the characters. And yeah, that shit's fucking terrifying from what I've seen. Because it's literally, you literally just, it's basically like you're just fighting Ultra Instinct Goku. Because he's just flipping, dodging, countering, standing there.
Jesus.
But it's like, because the way that, like, the boss raids work in fighters is that, like, it's 7 levels. You gotta, it's like a rush, a boss rush kind of. You, like, do fight, like, 7 fights in total. The thing is, like, the last fight is you're fighting Ultra Instinct Goku at max, like, raid boss level. Jiren and Beerus. Both of them close to max level. So it's like, and they also have, like, 3 character healths worth of health. With a lot of defense. So I was like, have fun trying to beat that.
Jesus.
Yeah, it's like, good luck. That shit's literally just deadly. And I was watching if you watch anybody who watches Vampire or Syriax or Dododoya, they have like this 3 Idiots series. I've shown you that the video, Daniel.
Okay, yeah.
And it's just funny, like they're like literally throughout like the two of the videos. Dododoya hasn't posted his side of it yet, but like they're just like every time Ultra Instinct Goku dodges or counters, they're just like, and it's like that sounds about right.
Yeah, that really does. Like, what are you gonna do? like
literally every time like he dodges Ransai, he just edits the Ultra Instinct theme song. He's like, every single fucking time he counters.
Jesus. That's pretty funny.
Yeah, no, it's just like this motherfucker is definitely terrifying to fight.
Yeah. By the way, Code Veronica.
Yeah, when did it come out?
2000 actually. So
2009. So I was right. It came out before DMC, which means that's when we're gonna get a taste of Wesker with his power, and then we get to fully see what he actually can do in Resident Evil P4. That's what I'm gonna call it. And then that's when we see Wesker using all this crazy shit, and that's when Leon is like doing the same shit, and they're like, no, let's just make this a different game because this shit seems a bit too wacky.
Yeah.
We don't get to see Wesker being fucking retarded until I said I don't care. He said until freaking RE5. That's right.
Yeah.
That's when we fight Wesker, right?
Yeah, RE5.
Okay.
Which, by the way, like as I realize as we get into the Resident Evil series, like Resident Evil 5 is gonna be kind of hard. Well, not really that hard. Like I still
hopefully
remember
this
some
whole
of the stuff.
quarantine thing is done so we can actually co-op that, because I think that's one of those games that we should co-op.
Yeah, no, honestly, I was thinking like we should probably co-op, but like also like I was wondering like
if anything, wait, can't we do online co-op with that? Because if we both have a computer, I'm pretty sure by then I'll have like a PC and not this laptop.
I think you could do like online co-op. You know, like
so if anything, that's a possibility.
Yeah. But I also realized Resident Evil 6 is going to be a long series because I have to do 3 stories or 4 separate stories actually, 4 separate stories. And technically I could do like I could do 8 different perspective into those like sides of the stories. Like that is 8 different gameplays you would technically, can do. But yeah.
Yeah, that's one of those things we figure out when we get there. I'm sure we'll have an idea what to do with that. Yeah. If anything, it might just be like a lot of editing. Like we're cutting stuff out if stuff's like samey.
Well, no, like, because I'm saying, like,
everything's like it's all different stuff for each character and each perspective. Like, there's nothing that's like.
No, I'm saying 8 technically because, you have Leon's story, then you have Chris, and then you have Sherry's story. But you could always, and you also have Ada. But then you could replay them, but as their partner. So Leon has Helena, Chris has Pierce, and Sherry has Jake. And then Ada technically has like a soldier, like I think a random umbrella soldier. Mm-hmm. So yeah, so that's not like the end. All like we're playing as their partners, but they're they're technically, that's kind of like the co-op section of the game. So they're still the same story. So Leon and Helena they're both, you know, sharing that one story. Chris and Pierce are sharing their story, and you know, so on.
But I guess for like the extra, like the other character perspective, you can kind of just show like, because it doesn't change like the overall plot. Like if it's just literally the only thing that's different is just the gameplay section like that. That's one of those things you can just show off.
Yeah, like if anything, I could probably like by the time that like we're into Resident Evil 6, hopefully I learned like to like I could show like I would show, you know, the person I'm playing as. So either like, let's say for Leon's story, I'll play as Leon, but I could also show what happens to Helena when she has to do her own thing, like her own side thing. So yeah, like I probably do that, something like that. But yeah,
yeah. If only the Ultra Instinct song wasn't like copyrighted, then you could just then you can just edit that in.
Yeah, I was gonna say like
just do the like the like the little like trumpets.
Oh yeah, I could do that
because that's not copyrighted.
Yeah, but I was gonna say like I'm pretty sure there's a mod in like the PC version where it's someone that's done that every time like.
Well, you're also
you
saying anything PC related, like there isn't such thing as a mod for anything that's on a computer.
Yeah. But
cool guys don't look at explosions.
Well, I mean, Jill technically did, but you know, I didn't.
Yeah, that's why I said cool guys.
Okay.
Because you're the one playing, and you didn't you didn't see it.
Exactly.
Jill also looked very unamused by that.
I know.
By that explosion.
I found that funny. It's just like she has a stone face.
Like I've seen worse.
Yeah. Like I have this big ugly monster chasing me. That's nothing.
I saw so many people die before.
Yeah.
And a really nice mansion. I should probably see if that place is still for sale.
Like all of a sudden, Jill just owns the Spencer mansion.
She loses like the keys, like that makes it so she doesn't have to do all the puzzles to get from point A to B. So it's like,
oh god,
fuck. I just need to use the bathroom.
Yeah, that would be pretty funny. Oh, I just realized we're close to the end.
Like, oh great, now I have to find the 4 keys to the bathroom.
Yeah, oh great, now I have to solve this fucking puzzle while the snake is out on the loose. Why the fuck did I still own that snake? Why did I keep that around there?
Wait, I thought Chris killed the snake.
Exactly.
Where did this come from? You see, like looks up to the sky, shakes her fist. Wesker!
Yeah. Jesus. But yeah, this is about the end of this episode.
Yeah, I see we're getting like a few seconds left in this, so.
Yep, so I go save and that's it. But yeah, I'll talk more about Resident Evil and its stuff in the next episodes. So yeah.
Then we'll see you guys later. Have a good one.
Peace.